Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Watcher here, a YouTube channel that's about watching professional wrestling. So, Smackdown. John Cena and Logan Paul had an in ring segment, and this was one of those segments where John Cena was so good that you just take it for granted. Not to say that Logan Paul wasn't bad, he wasn't. He made a good point. He talks about how people call him the outsider, but yet, every PLE he's having great matches, telling great stories, having great viral moments. And John Cena just proceeds to torch him completely. Says that he's not an outsider, that he's a parasite, that he's not here to give back to the business, but to take from the business. He says that he's been there for over 20 years, and that the last time they were there, he had a match with Sheamus back in 2010 with no cameras on. Cena tortures him, talks about all the other guys he could be having great matches with. Dominic Mysterio being one of them. Seth Rollins. Jacob Fatu. He names many others. And he says that in a lot of fans' eyes, this is a wasted match. That Logan Paul is essentially wasting his time, wasting the company's time, wasting the fans' time. And Cena just proceeds to bury this guy, right? But he does it in such a way where it's like you're so entranced by it. It's a great segment by him. I'm at this point now where I think personally, with Cody Rhodes not being there on SmackDown, with him filming this movie, I think, honestly, Logan Paul and John Cena should headline Clash in Paris. I think that should be the main event. I think, that should be the main event. And I think John Cena goes over after a hard fought match. He makes Logan Paul look good. Logan Paul makes Cena look good. And then I think you have Brock Lesnar's music hit. And I think John Cena has to eat another F5. And that'll help build more heat and tension going into WrestlePalooza. And I would put stakes on that match too at WrestlePalooza. I don't know. Maybe a winner gets a shot at the title. Maybe we have a situation where John Cena goes for 18 in his last match. I believe that's going to be December 13th on Saturday night's main event. I think you should have something like that. I think it should be, I don't know, something memorable, something that's epic and lasts forever, right? But this promo with Cena and Logan Paul, it's interesting. Cena buries him. I don't know if I should say buries. He tortures him, right? I don't know if it's quite the burial that he's given others, like in Austin Theory in the past, but he definitely tortures him. But he put him over too. He said, he's a great athlete, great talent, future champion, future WrestleMania main event, right? And he says this is all things that we believe. But then he flips the term outsider to parasite, and it hits. And it's interesting how he can do that. How he can sort of torch Paul, bury Paul, but then put him over, put his talent over. He makes him into somebody that is a scumbag, but is worth beating, is a worthy opponent in the ring because he puts over his athleticism and his talent. But this is definitely the A story going into Clash in Paris. It should not be the title match. Not with Cody outdoing this movie. Not. Now, this should be the A story because if we really think about it, John Cena, Brock Lesnar is probably the A story of the company. I know some people would say it's the Vision on Raw, but I would disagree with that. I think people are really interested in this John Cena retirement tour a little bit more than that. Raw is a little bit formulaic at this point. And I think Raw, especially this Vision storyline, it's a little bit repetitive, a little bit rinse and repeat, a little bit of the same old, same old. Something I talked about with Chris Jericho in one of my previous videos not too long ago about Jericho returning to WWE. One of the things I said was that his storylines in AEW just got repetitive. Like the Inner Circle, then the Jericho Appreciation Society, and then the Learning Tree. It's the same thing, just this heel guy with these young talents underneath him in a heel stable that you're hoping to launch into stars. Well, the vision is basically the bloodline repainted, right? You've taken out Roman Reigns, you've put in Seth. You've taken out the Usos, and you put in Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And you've just put Paul Heyman in a new role, right? He's been recast. I shouldn't say new role. It's same role, different movie. That's all it is. But this promo on Smackdown, Cena and Paul, boy, talk about a masterclass. Logan Paul's a great heel. I got to give him that. He gets a natural heel reaction, and John Cena, I mean, he can bury you and then make you in the same promo. It's just a masterclass what he does. That's going to be all for this one, guys. Thank you.